Hello, Duke. That's what we're talking about. All right, here we go. Time to start the show. Chris, you ready?
Ready.
All right, buddy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's lunchtime in Rome. Tonight, we have episode 169 entitled, How Was Your Summer? Was it good? Was it not so great? And what was totally awesome? You probably had some of each. Please take a minute and tell us live if you're listening here on Wednesday night. We'd like to spend some time this week at the table celebrating and commiserating with all that has gone on with you this summer, and us as well. Too often, we don't have anyone with which to share our highs and lows, and we want to be that for you. So we're talking about that at the table this evening. If you can, pull up a seat and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app, watch us live at lunchtimeinrome.com/live, or listen directly on lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire, and make sure to follow us on all social media, and it'd be great if you could give us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
Being alone is the worst. Good times aren't as good, and bad times are worse when you're all alone. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. That is how you keep people from being alone, and what this podcast is all about. We demonstrate that in the first 15 minutes of the podcast, and we talk about it for the rest. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is
lunchtime in Rome.
You know, you wouldn't think of Chris as a wild card, would you, Eric?
No.
You would not say he's a renegade, would you, Eric?
I would not.
And yet we give the man not a guideline, we give him a script.
What'd I do? I didn't think I wavered much at
all.
all.
Over the place.
What are you talking about?
You were all... Oh, you're changing commiserate into commiserating, and us as well. And what was... not... You said, what was great? What was... oh, you're all over the place. I'm like, and didn't you learn from the end of the last podcast when you went off script and made it creepy?
I did make it creepy. Something about loving one another.
How to love.
I did. Hey, listen,
you are who you are, and we love you.
It just comes out whatever way it does. Yeah. Please. Hi, everybody. So this is normally the time of each episode that we do an update on ourselves, but we're talking about summer. Like, is that? I guess you want a more current update, right? So let's see what's happening now.
How it works.
Since my summer ended, I'm back at school.
Yep.
In the middle of my second week of well, not my second full week, but my second calendar week of teaching, and I have to tell you, it is going so well. Like, not only are we 100% normal health-wise right now, as a district, so like just things within the school are really how they were a few years ago. It's even better than that, because it's just like, I don't know.
There's a level of appreciation of the normalcy.
I wonder if the kids feel some of that too, because it has just been like, I just feel like not only have I been enjoyed teaching music, I feel like the kids in class have been really responsive in a positive way, and we've all just been having a good time. And it's just, I don't think I've ever had such a good start to the school year.
And you're able to do it without like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't look ahead at anything.
Not even when I drive.
No. Yeah. I think I have. Generally, for me though, seriously, like, I don't worry about that kind of thing too. Like, I try not to anyway. I have anxiety over some things, but not really over like, well, what might happen. That's
or
not
how long
usually,
is this going to last?
Right. Yeah, I don't usually go there. Like, I just feel good about it, like, honestly, and it's been a nice start.
Ride the wave as long as it lasts.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Hey, in regards to rejoicing and mourning,
yeah.
Tomorrow's September 1st.
Was there significance to that?
I would think so.
Oh, no.
Well, I was told you're getting your Tesla back in September.
Oh, man. Well, listen.
Too soon.
No, I'm not making fun. I'm saying, are we getting excited about that? Do we have any updates on that?
Well, there is a slight update, but it's a little bit up in the air still. So
they don't know where your car is.
Yeah, pretty much. They misplaced the motor. I don't know. No, they. So I actually just checked in today, because here's the. Okay, so here, speaking of mourning, here's the difficulty. I was in an accident that was not at all my fault.
Couldn't have been less your fault,
right?
unless you weren't in the car.
I pay for insurance every month.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm not saying they're not taking care of us, because they really are, like, because it's not our fault and the other person's insurance is covering it, like, we don't have to pay for our car
That's
rental.
the beauty of getting in an accident in Wexford.
Right. They have good insurance?
My last two, they've been uninsured.
Oh, no.
man.
Oh, that's illegal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know there are those people who do things that are outside the bounds of this law and the laws of this
That's
country?
amazing
What?
to me.
I know.
That's insane.
However, even though they have insurance,
I still have to, like, jump through the hoops of, like, everyone's, like, because, okay, nobody's car is supposed to take this long to get fixed, and yet we still need a car rental. So I have to, once again this week, I just did it last week, I have to call the insurance company again and say, here's why it's not done yet. You can contact the body shop, to verify that they're still waiting on parts, and we don't know. So the last two parts were supposed to come in this very week. They're not in yet. Maybe they'll be in by Friday. And even if they're in by Friday...
who's working on it on a Friday afternoon?
Right. And so work doesn't begin until next week. And so
Labor Day.
And long story slightly shorter. Yeah, right? And there's stuff that comes up. Long story slightly shorter. I just emailed the guy at the body shop today to ask about it. And he said, so if the parts do, come in on time, we're going to begin work probably beginning of next week. So I'm looking at having you buttoned up, like, by the end of September. So I was hoping early September. Now it's end of September.
Starting on it next week. Getting done by the end of the month.
Right. Right? I mean, I don't know. There's lots of parts in there. But it's just... if all the parts aren't in right now, and he's predicting...
He's like, you want me to put snow tires on it? Just while it's in
right,
there?
exactly. Yeah. End of September means, like...
Christmas.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried. So that's what I
That'd
worry
be a
about.
good
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
At this
And
point,
such a pain
it's
in
like...
the butt. It's such a pain in the butt that you have to go through all the steps of letting the insurance know. It's one more thing
Right.
added into your
Why
the
isn't
start
your
of
rental
the
car
school
a
season.
Tesla?
Yeah. I mean, hey, and we're even renting from Hertz. And Hertz is apparently not soon to be a sponsor of this show, because I'm going to bash them for a second. No, I mean, they've
They
been
were
nice.
we were
They
about
were-
to sign the deal.
Damn it, Chris.
No, they were they're nice enough. But you know how there's those Tom Brady commercials with Hertz, and there's all the, plug in, the electric cars, the Teslas.
Yeah.
Not around here, though.
Yeah,
Not
no,
around here.
no.
It's not everywhere
That's
yet.
California.
So, right.
Where they're not allowed to charge them.
Right. I saw that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't
Chris,
know.
if the government told you, hey, energy consumption's, the grid's really stressed, we need you to not charge your vehicle.
That's a pickle.
That's what that is.
That is it is. What are you gonna do? It's like saying
You're going to charge your car.
it's like the gas crisis from the 70s, where there's like, only charge it on, or only fill up a certain day of the week or whatever. That's what we'd have to go
We're
to.
not doing that till next year, I think.
It's like, yeah.
We're almost there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Oh, no,
yeah,
we
I almost
are in
dipped
the
in.
70s.
Gas and electric. We're all going to be in the same boat.
I
Yeah.
almost dipped in on that one. Yeah, that's good.
That's all right. Hey, for me, we're coaching full swing. You guys know this, but not everybody does. Last year was a real tough JV year. I coach varsity and I oversee JV, and who's bad. And I don't think we've ever done this before, but we effectively cut an entire class. Like, we have no returning ninth graders.
Wow.
There's only 3 sophomores. We have 24 girls on the team. Only 3 are sophomores, and none of them played last year.
Wow.
And not all of the sophomores. It was tough because some of them were pretty poorly behaved, hard to coach, bad in school, and some others, some of them were the sweetest kids in the world. They weren't very good at volleyball. And the rule, I've said this to you guys, I tell everybody who's ever tried out for volleyball, you're all meant to be great at something. And It's
Right.
my job to figure out, is it volleyball?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not volleyball, I'm wasting your time, because you could be off doing whatever it is that you're going to be great in. Now, that sounds like the world's best crafted cop-out from a coach.
But it's the truth.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
If I keep you, you're going to wonder why you're not playing. I'm
Yeah.
going to keep telling you because you're not very good.
Right.
Well, actually, what I'll say is because you need to get better.
Right.
And then your parents are going to call me and everybody's going to be mad. And then it's going to be senior night. And I'm going to be like, never should have kept him. I did him a disservice. So with this group we now have, it's really a joy to coach. I mean, it's my 26th year in coaching, 25th year as head coach. Could be my 27th year if I add Woodland Hills to it, I think. I don't know.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's longer than I've been alive.
Over 55
That's a lie.
seasons combined, boys, girls, and junior high. And so far it's pretty enjoyable. And they're good to work with. I'm taking it really slow. Like, we sat and talked with the varsity today for probably 20 minutes just talking about the match last night, setting expectations moving forward. Because we're playing a team tomorrow night that's, I think, very good. And I said, look, a losing, immature team doesn't even think about it because they know, oh, crap, we're going to be in for a tough match. Mm-hmm. And then when it happens, they go, oh, yeah, we aren't very good. And they think that they're not good because the other team was better. I said, look, I could bring a preschool team in here. We'd win 10 times in a row. Does that make us great? No. I could bring the national team in. We would lose 10 times in a row. Does that mean we're terrible? No. I said, so, that's what a immature team does. I said, rather, a mature team says, hey, if we play really well, I look forward to this opportunity. I want to see how I measure up against this supposedly very good team. Mm-hmm. I said, and a mature team says, I want to play them, and if we play our best, we're going to beat them. And if we just play well, they might still beat us. But that's going to prepare us down the road. When we play other teams that are equally as good, or maybe not even as good as this team, we'll be more prepared, and we'll know a little better what our strengths and weaknesses are. I said, look, if a black belt in martial arts who was 6'5" and 0% body fat walked in this gym and said, Jay, you have to fight me. I said, now, number one, I would pee. Number two, I would run away. I said, but number three, if we had to go, I said, I guarantee you he would know that he was in a fight. So I don't know what I do unless he knocked me out in one punch. But the point of the story is I'm going to go and give him all I have. I said, that's what we have to do. I said, because that's what you have to do in life. There's times in life you can't win.
Right.
What are you going to do, suck your thumb and go home? No. You got to go at them.
Right.
And they receive it. Now, what happens tomorrow night? I had 2 girls cry in the match last night. Mm-hmm. Varsity. Both captains. Both cried during the match. So, and yet, I appreciate it because they were real and they were both frustrated and whatever else.
I'm excited to hear about what happens after tomorrow night because it's a beautiful sentiment, right? Like that you've got to, like, what's the best thing you can do? All you can do is put it all out there.
As much as you have.
Yeah, well, exactly.
That's what my line of people say, I did my best. Probably not.
You're right. Yeah.
I tried my hardest. I'll take 80%.
But isn't that one of the joys of competitive, any sport or any, whatever, we could extrapolate that, but like of any sport is like just put it all out there and have a joy doing it,
Just go. Just do what you can. Go for it. If it's short, like I said, I don't mind getting beat. I hate to lose. Losing is it's your fault.
Yeah.
Like last night we lost. We could have beat the team last night.
Yeah.
But, you play a superstar team and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're better. I know that was the case with the JV. I said, look, they were taller than you. They were faster than you. They're far more experienced than you. So, but were they better than you? And like 3 girls like, no. I'm like, they're so much better than you. I said, if you played them 100 times, you wouldn't win. I said, but maybe in 6 months that changes.
Yeah.
So no, things are good.
That's good. So for me,
bored.
Oh man, I got nothing going on. Nothing.
Not a thing.
Well, we didn't have the show last week because Amy and I were at the beach with myself, Amy, and Mags were at the beach with Amy's parents at Ocean City, New Jersey, one of our favorite places. And if you're watching live or if you watch on YouTube later on, the wall behind us, or behind Jay, I should say, is full of Ocean City things because we love it so much. And it was a good trip. I will say there was some things that
would have changed.
I would have changed. It was a last minute decision, so slim pickings right there for places to stay at. And we wanted to do a partial week, which is even more.
Everybody wants to rent partial week.
Everything gets pared down, and all
why
the
get
choices.
paid for a full week if you're a rental company when you can get paid 4/7?
Now I will say the place that we stayed, the one and I'm gonna complain and then I'm gonna rally. The one thing was it was in an attic of a house,
Sure.
So 3rd floor.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great on my bum knee right now. It was perfect. It was awesome. Loved climbing those stairs. 1 bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
With no tub.
Oh.
So it was new
And
experience for
Maggie loves
Maggie.
a shower.
For Maggie, yeah, I was gonna, yeah,
Loves
okay.
a shower.
And by that you mean?
No. And it was just a little tight. Like, just
The grundle bed?
Yeah, we had a trundle bed. And it was a nice, you could tell the people that owned it put a lot of work into it, and they remodeled you could tell they had like new drywall and really nice recessed lighting. I love a good recessed lighting.
Like the place we stayed at Sunset Beach.
The last one, not this one.
You're being sarcastic.
Not this year, last year.
Yeah. The place we stayed this year, they updated it in like 88.
Yeah.
There was a ceiling fan with no paddles.
Yeah, right.
You would turn it on and the middle thing would just spin.
Yeah, that was great.
That's
That
just
was
for
great.
looks.
Yeah. But I think my biggest complaint is that they used, you could tell they used like the powder that you put on the carpet when you're going to vacuum to get the smell out of carpets.
Yeah. Carpet Fresh.
And Carpet Fresh.
Not a
And they
sponsor.
also had like Febreze plugged into
Oh,
like
jeez. Oh, so there was no natural smell in that place. Oh,
no.
that's terrible.
And then I found out why.
Uh-oh.
Because there was cat treats on top of the fridge.
Oh.
And I was like, man, I really don't want to like be
Cat dander.
like, no, luckily I did not, like my face did not, swell up. And
Who has who? Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were allergic to cats.
Everyone is allergic to cats.
We're not. We're a cat family.
No, I'm allergic. I take whenever we go over to your house, I always pop a couple.
I knew Jay
allergy
did. Yeah, I
pills.
didn't realize.
Yeah. And it also depends on the cat. It's weird. My brother and sister-in-law had a Maine Coon,
A lion.
which they're a bigger, long-haired cat.
That's a real cat.
And it was a great cat named Gigi, R.I.P. Great cat. Was more like a dog than a cat,
Makes sense.
And like, I could pet that cat and I wouldn't have like a reaction. They had a
It barked.
yeah. And then they had another cat that was had Siamese in it. I don't know what all the mix was, but had Siamese in it. That cat could
Had another
walk by me.
cat sticking to it.
Yeah, that cat walked by me, and my eyes just wanted to pop out of my skull. Like I was just so allergic to it. So it was very strange. So
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah.
Who knows?
So, but luckily I didn't have like any like super allergic reaction. That was the bad. But it is our favorite place. The beach was great. Mags just had a great time. We went to the boardwalk. She had a blast on the rides down there.
Did you guys get to go to Manco and Manco's?
We did not.
Oh, wow.
We did not go to Manco and Manco's this time. We went to Preps, which is another like get a pizza by the slice kind of joint. But
How was it?
it was really good. I would definitely go back.
Over Manco and Manco?
I would say like on par.
All right.
Like, like if Manco's is a wait, because we just got like by the slice, like you just walk up, and you can do that at Manco's too. You can just get a slice, but
Go slice.
But Amy's parents, were by the sea. They wanted to get someone at the Dells. Amy's mom got the crab cake sandwich, that kind of thing. So it was good, and
you've been busier than crap ever since.
And man, I just want a normal week. So we came back, and I worked while I was there too, which I'm glad I did. That was the plan, because
I'm so old-fashioned. Like, in my head,
Yeah.
I was like, what, you get a job like painting houses while you were there or something?
Yeah. No, I worked half days on Monday and Tuesday, and then I was off on Wednesday on our way back. But
You took the full day off to travel.
yes, to travel. But it was nice because then I wasn't so far behind when I came back.
Oh, yeah,
because that's the last thing I needed.
No.
Because we're walking into birthday week.
Oh, yeah.
For Mags, and she turned 4 today, which is crazy to me.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Right? She's right above us right now.
She doesn't listen.
She doesn't. Not to anything.
There it is.
So she just turned 4. Yesterday we had parent orientation for preschool. She starts preschool on Friday. We got her
Was
birthday.
Mrs. Hellwig there?
She was. We mentioned that we knew you guys.
And she went, no.
No, she started tearing up, man.
Aw.
Yeah, she said you guys are the most wonderful people, and she even said she was like, and to know that you guys are best friends with them, that says something about you. And I was like, nah. But she was like, when Trey passed away and all that, she was like, Jay was comforting me, and I was like, that's Jay. And she was awesome, dude. I love her. I almost told Amy, I was like, if you weren't in the picture and I was, if you were older.
If you're into 60-year-olds.
She's just feisty and funny, like really funny.
And she's real people.
She's real people. And that's what I loved about her. She's great. Very excited for her and the other teacher that I can't remember her name. Which I feel bad, but they were both great.
Yeah,
and I'm very excited for.
It's a good place.
It's going to be awesome, and I'm so excited for Maggie. She's going to have the best time. And birthday party coming up this week. And just thinking of this as I was like adjusting audio at the first half of the show, what it felt like. Justin Malarkey will be here on Saturday for that birthday party.
Bring him down.
And I'm going to be the worst and say, hey, can you help me out with our audio? Because that's what he does for a living. But I think I am going to ask him to come down and, hey, can you EQ us like once and for all? And then we can take a picture of the board. And
now I have to come to the party.
You know what else we got to do?
You got to come to the party.
No. Well, I've been saying all week. This is a very special.
He's coming early. He says he's coming like 9 a.m.
Yeah. I'm going to help set up. I'm going to help tear down. I'm going to help.
We'll be here.
Yeah. No, but we got some audio issues elsewhere, like
That's
at
right.
church. So
That's
we gotta.
right. It's not far.
We're just gonna put him to work. Sorry, Malarkey.
He's the best though.
We gave him a gift card last time or something, didn't we?
For the working at the church.
Yeah.
He's the best though. He's awesome. I'm so excited that we couldn't make his daughter's birthday. And I think it was December.
That's so great. I'm so excited. We couldn't go to your kids, but I'm so excited you're coming to ours.
Oh yeah, we couldn't make it, but I'm so excited he's making it because they live in Ohio. So
are they bringing their child?
A trip. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a gift for her?
We have like a gift bag for the kids. Like,
right. Well, that's since you missed her party.
Oh man. Wait.
Hey.
And then Maggie'd be like, "What the hell, son?"
Put that. I know your to-do list is short heading up to the party, so put that on your list.
Yeah, we got nothing to do. So yeah, Amy and I have just been. Oh, and we swapped, rooms. So we've been painting Amy's office, which she is absolutely loving.
Aw,
it's awesome. It's great.
Pink or something.
She feels no. It's just a beige, but it's her space, and it's feeling like her space. Because she was kind of shoved down here, and for her office, and she made it her own, but it was like not from scratch. So she is super excited about that, which makes me happy. Yeah, and I'm happy down here.
Yeah. I was sad to leave the upstairs studio at first until I saw this, and I'm like, you know what? This just makes a lot more sense.
And aren't these lights cozy like you like them?
I love it.
It's nice and warm going on down here. Yeah, it's great. So the house is in a little bit of disarray. We have a 2-car garage with 1 car in it. The other half is just full of crap right now because of the transition between offices. But it's also going to be one thing that I love. It's going to be that time that we get to purge some things. It's kind of forcing us to like, hey, this hasn't seen the light of day for 2 years. Why am I hanging on to it? So
gotta Marie Kondo that stuff.
That's right. We're going to do
the least
that.
masculine thing I've said in quite some time.
Yeah, so a lot going on, but a lot of good. It's just very hectic, and really, like you talked about a few weeks ago, Chris. I'm anxious to get back to a normal schedule. We're on the schedule for a couple weeks, So yeah, and
it's nice that, like you said, the lighting is warm down here. You got the fireplace right there because we are heading into the fall.
That's right.
Temperatures are going to change. It's going to get cold, but man, for at least one night, we can celebrate summer.
Yes.
And we were excited. We were so excited to share the highs and lows of everybody's summers. And everybody said, I've celebrated my highs and I've had my summers, my lows comforted. So lunchtime in Rome, we don't really care. So we're going to share those who chose to share their summers with us first.
Yeah.
Our good guy, Douglas Bentley. Very many watched episode 1 of Douglas Bentley. There's got to be a 2 coming because he's got more to the story.
Probably a 3 and a 4.
He sent a picture of him on a beach and a gorgeous beach, and I don't know who took it because he's teeny tiny, and he's underneath this giant rainbow, and he said,
Oh, wow.
I spent it chasing rainbows.
Wow.
You know what that means?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dreams?
Episode 2, baby.
Yeah, I don't know too. We'll
I
find
don't know. It
out.
was a great picture. It was a great picture.
But he is a guy that would chase his dreams, and he's going after what he's been called to do, which is pretty awesome.
I haven't seen him in a minute. He's been away for a while. So
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing from him and seeing him
Me
again
too.
real soon.
Yeah.
So that was one of our responses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he seems like a go-getter.
Oh,
the very
gosh.
little that I know him, but I've heard, he seems like a go-getter, and I like his car. So
Cars.
Oh, yeah. Red
he
Tesla.
drives he has multiple Teslas.
Just 3.
Oh my goodness!
Well, his wife has one. He has one. And then he bought another one for a business he's starting.
And none of them are in the shop.
Which
Why does
you know
he
why?
give me one?
He never goes to Wexford.
Yeah,
He probably could give you one because his business, I don't want to say his business idea. I will. So he said to me, and it was kind of like Dwight Schrute. He said, I'm starting an escort service. and he said it with a straight face. I'm like, bruh, you were a policeman for 26 years. I'm like, do you not? And he goes, yeah. He goes, what we'll do is for like people that are coming to Pittsburgh, we'll pick them up at the airport in their Tesla. He goes, like women on a trip or whatever else, we'll pick them up in the Tesla. He goes, I'll have people who have been in security. We will drive them to their hotel. We'll escort them the whole weekend. And I'm like, brilliant idea. You can't call it an escort.
Right.
service.
No, you're gonna get all kinds of.
You got all these men
That-
coming.
I mean, from an
It's
SEO
fantastic.
perspective, I can say that's not going to be
That
good.
is not what you want to do. That's just going to bog you down right there. So, Janet Amato,
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
other
yeah.
hand, she had a nice summer. Tell us, Chris.
Oh, she mentioned that she got a new granddaughter. That's obviously a big event. I mean, it could happen any time of the year, but it happened in the summer, so
that
that's
makes
going to
her
be
grandmother twice over now, I think.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
And her son got engaged.
Wow.
So lots of positive family things happening
Yeah.
over the summer.
Do you know where she hangs out a lot? And you're not going to know.
In the rough.
Huh?
In the rough.
In the rough. No, she does not go to In the Rough or Schrody's.
Okay.
She doesn't go to Schrody's, and she doesn't go to Hippo's Pub either. All other.
Oh, R.I.P.
Is In the Rough still there?
I thought it was, but
I don't
maybe
think
not.
it is. I'm
Maybe it did close
just
down
listing
finally.
all closed bars in Penn Hills.
Yeah.
That helps out all the people who aren't in Penn Hills
Right.
listening to us.
Yeah.
As does this next comment,
Yeah.
which is the Edgewood Winery, which is out in Apollo.
Makes sense.
And I was going to say, have you guys ever been?
No.
I've been to Edgewood.
Yeah.
And I've been to Apollo,
And you've
but
been to
I've
a winery.
never been. And I've been to a winery. I've never been to the Edgewood Winery
So if
in
you go
Apollo.
out whatever road that is, there's only one road that basically goes through Apollo. Just, I believe, either before or after the Latrobe, not Latrobe, the Apollo Elks or something. I don't know. There's something over there. It's just short of, I think, the high school is this winery, and it's not a vineyard, but a winery. And I did a wedding out there. Andy Holodnik, his mother,
That name sounds familiar.
Penn Hills guy.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous place, and I thought, now, I mean, you don't just hop over to Apollo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can hop over to Narcisse's, kind of.
I would say it's probably the same time.
It's
though.
probably.
Oh,
I was
really?
going to say that too. Yeah, like
I
it's.
love the Apollo area, but it's just interesting for places to hang out. I'm sure she spent several nights this summer out there. It's a cool place.
It's almost in your old neck of the woods. That's kind of near New Ken, right? Or am I in the wrong direction?
No, you're headed in the
You
right
wanna go
direction.
north of
but you're
there
going, yeah.
and east.
Yeah.
Yeah, out by Birdsfoot
North
Golf
and
Course.
east, a little
Well,
bit
and we just
back to the west.
Shout out to Max. We just were at his daughter's birthday party a couple weeks ago,
Wasn't invited. Don't have a 4-year-old.
and it was out in Apollo, and it was only like a little over 20 minutes from us. So it feels like,
you're forever away.
but I feel like I've been to Apollo, and it's been 45 minutes away. I feel like it's a pretty big area, but I don't know. Like,
Ain't that big, bro.
yeah, but
It ain't
it's just,
20 minutes big.
I just feel it feels so far away, but it's really not.
True.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's our beloved Lydia.
Lydia
yes.
Malley.
Yeah, been on the show, sat at the table,
She has.
and sits at the table.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have it in my notes.
You want me to read that? Yeah. So Lydia commented that they did so much traveling. It's been a very good and very busy summer. And obviously busy can be bad sometimes, but that's awesome to hear that it was a good busy. And speaking of birthdays, they celebrated Owen's first birthday. That was just here near the end of summer, I think. That was pretty recent.
Man, that's wild.
Yep.
Man.
And here's what's crazy. We sit here right now and we say, man, summer's over.
Yeah.
Like, it flew by.
It really did.
Except, it didn't. Think of the first disc golf trip we took.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the podcast we did where we listed all the trips that we were going on this summer.
Yeah.
That
Because
feels
we were
like a year ago.
and man, we did a lot. We did a lot this summer.
I think we all did a lot this summer.
Yeah, yeah, I say that collectively. We really did, and I really am like I'm fatigued and I'm ready to get back.
That was my big fear. Was like the summer of like my family. Well, Rachel and I had 4 trips.
Yeah.
Wait, we might have 5, but and I was like, we're gonna be so sad when all the trips are over. And when we came home from your birthday weekend, I was like, I am ready to coach.
Yeah,
I am good to go.
Dude, I'm right there with you, man. Because like, there's always that.
We did it all.
Well, there's always that, like, you come to the tail end of your last trip or the big trip that you planned for the year, and you're just like, oh, it's over. All that planning, all that expectation and fun anticipation, and it's gone. And like, you know, coming home from Ocean City this time, I was like, I can't wait to go to work. I can't wait to go to work tomorrow.
Well,
I'm going to get away to go to work.
Was this your third beach trip of the summer? Or second, sorry.
Second.
Okay.
But it was with the first disc golf trip. Amy and I had Deep Creek. Then we had...
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Sunset Beach. Then we had my birthday. And then we had this one. So we did 5 trips. Like,
beach.
That's crazy.
Forget
now
about
that
just
I'm thinking
the beach,
about
yeah.
it, like, that's... I really am fatigued, and I'm honestly, like, I don't want to, you know, I'm very blessed and fortunate to be able to do everything that we did this summer. But
right.
I really am ready
So it was
to get
5.
back. Yeah, for
me. You don't want to take it for granted. I mean, you appreciate the time, but
I had everything was great. We had a great time on every trip. Like, no trip was bad.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, when I look back, so for us it was 5.5 in that we had the disc golf trip with the boys. Then Rachel and I went to Lisbon, Ohio for our, you know, mini cabin 2-nighter.
Oh, yeah, the mini cabin.
The getaway cabin. Then the big Sunset Beach trip. Then the first Ohio with Bella and Rachel, our Midwest trip, which was actually Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. Going out to Indiana.
Yeah, it was Idlewild, then Louisville, then Bloomington, then Dayton, then Columbus, and then home.
Yeah.
And then
that's a trip.
That was a lot of driving.
That's not a vacation. That's a trip.
Road
yeah,
trip.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Totally.
Ooh.
But it's not like you're like,
put the feet up.
Yeah,
No, it was like, hey, check into a hotel. Hey, back in the car.
Yeah.
Hey, check into a hotel.
Yeah.
Hey, back in the car.
Yeah.
But, and then the trip to one of the nicest Airbnbs. Like, that was so nice for your trip.
Oh, man.
In Berlin,
it was
Ohio.
so cool. Have we talked? Yeah, we talked about that.
We didn't talk much.
But like, it was on a hillside, and it overlooked like farmland, and there was horses right next to
but it was in a valley, so you could see very far away.
You could see very far.
Yeah.
And
sunsets.
Just quiet at night. You know, no light to take. Like, you could see the stars so well.
Yeah, that was a good
It was
trip.
cool, man.
And then in between there,
real
Rachel
cool.
and I did our 1.5 trips. You know, for her anniversary, we did a night on the town and got a room down at the West End.
Yeah.
You know,
Her anniversary.
Our. Her anniversary being blessed to be married to me. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's been a summer.
It's a lot of doing.
Yeah, it is a lot of doing, and you know, I'm so grateful for. I think one of my favorite things is you guys planning the trip for me. Like I told you guys, I was like, I don't want to know. I just want to be told where I need to go and where to be, what to bring, and that's what it was. It was great, you know. So I know there's a lot of pressure on Amy to, you know, put that together, and man, she delivered.
What a cool location Berlin, Ohio is.
Yeah,
too.
I want to go back. I would love to go back.
And yet enigmatic.
That's a big word.
Yeah,
What does
it's
that
a
mean?
mystery.
Why is it the way it is?
It's a little bit of a...
Have you looked into it? You said it's like an
what's that?
autonomous collective.
Yeah, like when I was looking at, there was a weird like description of like the community of like how it started or whatever. But like, there's that Hot Fuzz. Do you ever see Hot Fuzz the movie? And it's they're 2 British cops and they're in this town, and they find out that like there's a secret society that's like doing all these murders, but it's like the best town to live in, but like somebody's dying like every day, and but there's like this underground secret society.
And you're like, that could be there.
yeah. Like there's like it's everybody's too nice, it's too clean.
It's like the person who is the least perfect in the coffee shop gets killed every night, and that's why they're all so polite.
Yes.
That would make sense to me. I'd be like, oh, that makes total sense.
Yes, exactly. They're
The person
sacrificing people.
not only who doesn't, the person who litters. No. The person who doesn't clean up litter enough gets offed every night, because that's how like Amy saw the one lady.
Yeah.
She's like, I know why why this place is so clean. There's a woman cleaning the bathroom. We're like, well, of course. She's like, she doesn't work here. It was just
She's
lady
making up,
tidying up.
She's like in purgatory trying to make up for like.
Yeah, she was in the bottom 5 last week.
Yes, please don't let this be my night.
Come on, Mr. Yoder, please. What was the name? Like Soul, S-O-L?
Oh yeah, there was like 2
the-
names for the whole
that
town.
owned everything.
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember.
Oh, that was great.
But it was such a cool place. It was awesome. It's definitely a destination. I mean, it was really buzzing over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Popular.
If you're not into researching Amish country, you wouldn't really know, or like, I mean, not that it was just Amish, but there were a lot. I mean,
Mennonite, thank you.
Yeah, sure, okay, right.
Please.
I think there was a yes.
There was both though.
I'm not gonna feign that I am.
Yeah. An Amish expert.
Exactly.
The Amish had longer lines because they don't have like computerized cash registers in their stores.
Wait, what?
What?
The Amish stores were longer lines because they don't use technology, so they're just using like weighted
actually have to
scales and
count.
stuff, and counting out change. Whew, I've had some things not go the way I thought they would, but that's darn near at the top of the list there. I don't think
We're just staring at you.
I don't think there were any Amish stores, to be very honest with you, entirely. They were all Mennonite, but there's Amish land out there.
Right.
Right.
But the town of Berlin is pretty
That's
much.
an interesting. I guess they don't have stores. I mean,
Well, they
that's a
do.
real-
There are storefronts like you.
You can buy.
You can
stuff
even
from
drive
them.
around the city, and it's
Where you
like
getting all them
Amish
pies
made
and cheese?
furniture and Amish.
Well, right,
So
'cause
I
you
don't know.
can,
They're
like,
selling
They
stuff.
sell livestock and milk
Yeah.
and dairy and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
People who live in Lancaster, people who live in Berlin, who somehow listen to the show, they're like, idiots! Absolute ignorant idiots!
They know nothing about.
The Amish right now are listening on their iPads like, you don't know me. You
It's so
Gentile
funny
buffoon. Secular fool. They went from Amish to Irish at the end. there.
yeah.
Hi, teach listen to you.
The English are morons. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we gotta try to recover this.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That is
It
hilarious.
was a good trip, though, huh?
It was a great trip.
It was a great trip.
Best birthday.
And we also, my family went on several
Such a
like,
peaceful vacation in Ocracoke.
right, and we have, of course, we've covered that on the pod, but like it is so many ups and downs, so many heavy things that we've had to slog through, and yet we had a lot of really good times. It's just like
Duke's comment.
He said nobody heard that. Oh, good. The Amish left the chat.
well played, Duke. Well played.
They have wooden headphones.
I read the comment and I panicked for a second. I was like, "Oh, something happened to the audio." Like,
Oh, the audio. Yeah, no,
but
the
now we're
Amish.
good. I was like, "Oh my gosh." Okay.
It's a great line.
The Amish left the chat.
But we really did have good times. It's just when your summer is so busy and it's so like so up and down, like you get lost in the mire of it. Like it's really hard for me to reflect on the good things from the summer.
How so?
Well, like
Yeah, because let's talk about the bad.
What?
well, like
He's like, it's hard for me to focus on the good. You go, yeah, let's talk about the bad.
well, I mean, I guess it's not. I shouldn't say it's hard for me to reflect upon it, but it's hard for me to feel it. It's hard for me to be like, oh, that time that we had that was like, you know, when we were doing these fun activities on Ocracoke and things like that. Like, it's hard for me to associate really good feelings with it because there were all these other things going on in the background.
So the negative has attached itself. So rather, whereas good comfort is we're attaching comfort to grief. This is interesting.
Yeah.
You're attaching negativity to positive.
Right. Which in turn is going to be negative.
Yeah. Well,
I'm saying is this may be a key to your anxiety that creeps up from time to time. And
I don't know.
You've been doing a good job of not being anxious lately.
Yeah.
So let's dive into it. Maybe bring it back.
Yeah, right.
But that's interesting. Like if you think of the second afternoon of his disc golf, of his birthday weekend, and we went to Ledgestone. Was it Ledgestone? Whatever it was called. I think it was called Ledgestone.
I think so.
Even though that's the
What
name.
was the first
that
one?
can't be right.
No,
but-
because that's the name of the one
Yeah.
event. Ledge Castle. I don't know. The third disc golf course we played.
Yeah.
The one in the afternoon that was, it's going to be a rain out on that hillside. And we just had a blast throwing to wrong holes, playing different holes, having a good time. That's not
yeah.
So
No,
where do you
no.
attach the negative?
See, I don't want to go overboard on it because that was a really good time, and I can remember that. I can say that, like when you bring it up that way, I can be like, yes, I had a good time. We were laughing. We were obviously playing disc golf, having a blast.
Remember when you hit the groundhog?
I did hit the groundhog.
Oh my
Oh
gosh!
not
my
that was
goodness,
amazing.
that's right.
That's a good shot, too. I said not on purpose.
It was good, and then
If it was a raccoon, I would have hit it on
we
purpose.
kept on running into it too, and he's,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh no, you guys, so good, so good."
However,
No, it's just I think it all starts to like mesh together. I think it's not that I don't, I guess, have positive feelings associated with that. It's more like I have to separate it. Like,
but you just said you're not separating.
well, that's what I'm saying is I would need to, but I have trouble. Like, it's just sort of all, my summer is very murky. Like, it's just, I feel like it was bing, boom, bang, bang, like all these things. And it's just like,
And so, like, but basically, in general, what we're saying is the exact opposite of what we mentioned to practice. Meaning, if you have a hurt in the past, you need to get that hurt comforted. That way, you attach that.
when you remember the
comfort
hurt,
to
you
the
remember
hurt.
the comfort.
Right. Whereas you're remembering the good thing because there's a bad thing attached to it, which makes it like
Murky.
murky. Right.
murky,
Because
sure.
like you couldn't be absolutely in the moment when you were there.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
you were constantly distracted, or there was always something like pressing in the back of your mind, not letting you.
Which is
Yeah.
fair because even after his birthday weekend, you came home to a busy family week
Right.
of entertaining and hosting and
Yes, and
birthdays and
traveling
things like that,
and the whole
pressure
thing. Yep.
and- So it was almost like you were never allowed, even at you're doing your best, to be present. There was certainly your first trip, like we talked about, there was so much going on here
Yeah.
at home. So you weren't able to be present, or at least it was terribly challenging
Right.
to be present.
Yeah, we had to be very purposeful about being present, and like that's a big. It tires you out. I mean, I'm not saying being present is bad and tires you out, but
No, when
the
you have to focus so hard.
Yes.
And
Right.
yes, others have it worse. Like, it is hilarious if you think about it. On our 2 vacations, it was so hard.
I know, right?
To be present.
Yes.
Like,
It sounds ridiculous. It really.
Who are you?
Yeah.
how dare you, sir?
And you know what? We have been comforted greatly by friends, and when I say we, I mean Amy and I, but like by friends and by each other, and like so we do have comfort attached. Like I don't think, and I'll just speak for me, like I don't have like those memories aren't dreadful for me, and they're not even anxiety inducing. I just feel like my brain was such a blur that it's like almost like the memories are murky, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's not that I feel I'm not in a bad place.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I just it's like thinking back, it's just like wow,
It was a lot.
a blurry
It was a lot.
sort of a lot of just constant things. Yeah.
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 Sorry to bring it down.
No.
I'll bring it back up. And you guys, I say this too often, know this, but it's interesting to me. Like, I feel like I didn't play enough disc golf this summer.
Same.
Okay. Especially
Right.
lately. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a given. But I mean, I did okay. And of course, my game struggled at times this summer to make the progress I wanted to. I still feel like I'm getting there. But I've said this stat in my life, but I realize since May is when we went on the first disc golf trip, right? That was like May. It wasn't June yet, or was it June? I think it was late May.
I think it was late May and
because it was Kennywood Picnic Day. Yeah, because Ethan didn't go because he went to Kennywood Picnic Day, which is still May. So since May, I've played the number one disc golf course in the state of Pennsylvania, in the state of North Carolina, in the state of Kentucky, in the state of Indiana, and the number 5 course in Ohio. That's pretty incredible for one summer.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's outstanding.
It is great. It is
so much fun.
That is something to celebrate. And yet it's not enough.
Oh, gosh, it's nowhere near enough. How have I not played the number one course in Ohio? Well, because it's in Xenia.
The Warrior Princess?
No.
Where is that?
It's like north of Dayton. It's actually around where John Grissom, not Grisham, but our new young life staff guy, John Grissom, is from. So I don't see me getting out that way. It's a good 5 hours.
Yeah.
Does he disc golf?
No.
And yet he lives right next door to the... Yeah, not yet. Oh, I could see him getting into it.
Yeah, for sure.
He doesn't live there. He lives now in...
Here.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he grew up with it.
No, he did not. So, we got to plan our fall disc golf trip.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not doing any more trips ever again. I'm getting into a regular...
I was going to say, is that a thing?
I could definitely do a fall trip. Like, I'll be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm kind of always ready for a disc golf trip.
Got to get that knee healed up.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to Grove City and just play Grove City Golf Course. Nice and flat. Yeah, I'm actually going to get it checked out next Wednesday, week from today. That'll be good.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll figure out what's going on with it. We are sans Brian tonight.
That is true.
We didn't mention Brian.
And I will say one downer, I think.
I know what you're going to say.
Weather.
Oh.
No, not the pool. The pool is the other.
I thought you were going to say you didn't spend as much time at the pool this summer as you do other years.
We were up until August. Like
when August said, hi, we're going to be June.
Yeah, well, like kind of. Like June was great and July was awesome.
Right. Well,
like,
June was August.
They
hot and humid and no rain.
Swapped.
But it just got like
bleh.
Yeah, cold and rainy, and and I'm bummed for him because he loves the heat and he's got the pool, and
the last couple of days have been nice.
Yeah, and we went the party that we went to for Gigi. They had a pool and we went swimming with Maggie, and
it was 70 and rainy. Or no, that was the hers party. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And we put her new floaty on, and it's awesome. And she put it holds her up so much better than her other one. She was just swimming around.
Aw.
It was awesome. Like because this pool, like she couldn't touch like she can at Brian's in the shallow end. But it didn't matter. She just went and she just swam all over the pool.
You're like, you went inside. She's fine.
Wait, Maggie can touch bottom at Brian's pool now?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe she's...
Not in the deep end.
Neither.
She's not 12 feet tall.
Still, I can't believe that's... She's growing up, Eric.
41 inches, I think, according to Kennywood.
According to Kenny, that's how we do it. Yeah. According to Kennywood,
because at 42 she can get on the kangaroo, I think, and she couldn't get on the kangaroo this time. Yeah, that's a bummer. She did ride. Oh my gosh, when we were at it was a really cool daddy-daughter moment. We were at the little amusement park at the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey.
What's it called?
The boardwalk?
Okay.
Or the place?
The amusement park.
I don't know.
Oh, good.
And not the one that's all the way at the end. The one that's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Castaway Cove?
Yeah, I believe that is it.
And she wanted to ride, like, she pointed at, like, the big, giant roller coaster that's there. That steel coaster.
Like the one that nearly killed
Good
Joe.
for her.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, no, we can't do that one. And she pointed at this other one. And it kind of like, it looked like something like the Turtle at only newer and like more up to date steel coaster kind of thing.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, we could do that. And then I see it go around, and so does she. And I was like, all right, Bug. I mean, we'll go see if you're tall enough to go on it. And she was, with an adult. And I was like, okay. I was like, this is gonna end in one of two ways. We were either gonna leave in tears or this is gonna be absolutely awesome. And it was awesome. At first, there was a moment because like it kind of does this figure eight, but you're back to back with other people on your car, and your car spins around. Yeah. And on like the final loop, it really whips you around, and you really like go fast. And when it went, I was like, that's gonna be the moment. That's going to be the moment where is she going to love it or hate it? And as we're going through it, her face just like her face went white. And then after we got through it, she like just started smiling and giggling. And I was like, yes, here we go. I was like, we're getting into
We
the
call
bigger.
that adrenaline, Maggie.
Yeah. And she just absolutely loved it. And she was smiling like the whole time, the whole rest of the time. It was great. It was so much fun. But yeah, so good times.
Ooh, I'll add, speaking of Kennywood, a quick, I don't remember if I said this last week or not, or 2 weeks ago. No, I couldn't have because we weren't here last week. And anyway, Kennywood. We were just there. We got to see both Penn Hills Band and Titusville Band.
Never heard of it.
Right? Performing in the Kennywood Parade on the same day. That was very fortuitous.
That's cool.
And North Hills.
And right. Rachel's old school, North Hills was
She
there.
used to make fun of all those kids.
They had a really nice band.
They do.
Yeah. And so just enjoyed it beyond belief.
That's
fun. And it was just, Ben was already at school, or at least, in band camp. So it was just Lily and Amy and I, and we had a great time, the three of us. And then 2 days after that is when we had that big rain, and the pit band was supposed to be there that day, and they canceled.
And then it didn't rain.
Right. It was a weird, it rained
in
overnight.
the morning.
Yeah. And into
During
the
church.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then it stopped.
I would be remiss if I did not point out that this was the summer of the deck in the Mitlow household.
Oh, yeah. You got to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
And we've used it, which is awesome.
We have used it.
You know what I mean?
A little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit. And it's funny, the people who haven't seen it, like I saw Uncle Rick at we were at a viewing, and he was like, I want to come see the deck. And I was like, well, you should come over and see the deck. But like we have to have like a family event and stuff like that.
We'll cook out.
I want to come, but it's impossible.
But it's pretty rare that you do, it's just, we're so happy that it's what we wanted.
Yeah.
And we're not going, we should have. Like the only thing, like, we have to somehow get electricity out there.
Yeah, you got to figure out the lighting.
Right.
But that's not really a big problem.
No.
It's good.
No. And I got to put a bug in my guy's ear to get him out there, but to get the electricity in, because he refuses to let me pay for it.
Oh.
Which is nice.
But he's got to get there.
Tell me more about that guy later.
Well, all you need to do is be the pastor of a church that his wife attends,
right.
and that he feels guilty for not coming, so he does in-kind electrical work instead. So, yeah, the point is, we're just happy with it, and I love to just sit there by myself. When I took that nap, whatever it was, that Saturday,
got a great nap in the couch out there.
Fraturday. But no, we're excited. And the windows are coming in soon, and we're getting our lintels fixed above the windows this weekend. So we're pretty excited.
Awesome.
I love lentils.
So
delicious.
The steel that goes above your window that supports the load-bearing wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
With a nice little garlic spread on there. That's real nice. So we're excited for the fall. We're excited for normalcy. I announced Friday night, first football game.
Wow.
That's right.
Got a wedding coming up in a month.
Fantasy football.
There's a lot to look forward to. We're reflecting on summer, but man, fall is a good
ready
time.
for fall.
I also am ready.
Yeah.
Backyard Brawl is tomorrow night.
Yep. Pitt's first win of the year.
It better be.
Or they're going to hear from Chris.
That's right. Let me tell you.
Mr. Narduzzi, we have Mr. Davidson on the line for you.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
So, thank you for listening and joining us and reflecting on summer. And we would like to close episode 169 with that. So, please make sure, if you can, give us a like or follow on social media. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Thanks for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome.
See you next week.
Bye.